Hey, hello, hello, hello. Hey, live 了啊。hey, hello, Maggie. 我在听你的 message. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the update. Okay, thank you, thank you. Today, just want to come up and quick sharing lah. Quick sharing about what's happening and all these things. I think election coming so lesser and lesser attention. It's okay lah. We just do what we can do lah. I will continue to do my daily video as long as I can lah. Oh, as much as possible, I also wish to keep this so-called live talk show series running as long as I can. So yeah lah. Just now already. Hey, hello Celeste, my wife, my long-term supporter. This one. I just post up another this COVID video earlier on. You can take a look at the page. So if let's say people who wants to know about what's happened in the real estate market right during this COVID period, it's good to know lah how we overcome this and all these things. I think more and more people will be affected by the COVID situation. Even if you are moving into phase two, we still feel we still got some pressure on the ground lah. Some people still are afraid of this COVID situation and they are not really keen to do physical viewing. Still will have this small percentage of people lah. So nowadays, right, for the viewing and all these thing, right, what I do, right, for some of the uh, existing listing, right, that I have already, right, as in already have the video, right, I will send all the information to the either the direct buyer or the agent first. Like for example, I'm marketing this particular unit. I already got the video, the floor plan, the what's that called? Background information, right? I will send everything to the person first. Then if the person see already, right, keen to view, right, then I arrange the viewing. Because I think nowadays is better, like can filter away some of those like maybe not so serious one. In a way also because sometimes some of the existing units is not really hard to, it's not really hard, it's quite hard to arrange. That means to say, right, the timing cannot match and all these things. So sometimes as much as possible, I also want to make sure that everyone is, how to say, everyone can save time lah. Don't go down to the house to view for the sake of viewing. It's no longer like in the past. We can just conduct viewing straight away. So as much as possible, we try to save time and all these things. Hey, hello Iris. Hello, hello. Long time no see. As I was saying, once phase two is open up, really very very packed. So have been busy for the past few days, few weeks. Things are really moving. A lot of activity on the ground. So for people who are planning to sell their house, right, I will advise them really make use of this time. It's like how to say now is the time there's really a lot of high demand. Really a lot of high demand. High demand happening because a lot of people are coming out already, coming out to view house, coming out to take a look at what's happening in the market. So don't miss the chance. If you, let's say today, regardless you're a HDB seller, regardless you're a condo seller, you are seller lah. As long as you're a seller, don't waste this opportunity because now really there's very very high volume. Don't miss. Then for buyer at the same time, if let's say today you are either investor or looking for a good deal or investor looking for or home buyer looking for own stay. Hey, hello Jeremy. Hello. Yeah. So as I was saying, if let's say even if you are a investor looking for a good deal or home buyer looking for your own stay house, right? Same thing. Don't how to say don't miss the opportunity lah. Because now opening up due to the election and all these things, uh, a lot of people has been speculating but I'm not here to speculate I'm just saying what's happening on the ground. What my clients tell me is that if let's say the numbers do not maintain or fall below single digit. Like for the election, right? It becomes like now it's like 10 plus, 10 plus, right? Community, I'm talking not talking about the migrant spread. Community, if let's say the numbers keep going up, now it's 10 plus, right? If it goes like 20 plus, 20 plus, 30 plus, 30 plus, right? High chance, I would say, a high chance there may be another circuit breaker or another similar form of circuit breaker happening, because the last thing that the government want is a research. So not I say one, I don't want to speculate, but really there's a lot of people making decision now during this window period of time. So Iris, you're asking high demand from selling or buying, both. There's some sellers on the market. Now they also quickly want to put their house on the market to sell it off before this whole thing start to change again. Because you know how government works. They change very fast one. They announce, then next few days take effect. Sometimes really also no time to react. So whether you are planning to sell off your existing property or whether you are looking to buy something, if you don't like virtual viewing, if you want to go and see house one, right? 趁现在啦, don't waste the opportunity, because I will say that the thing is that we do not know what will happen in the future. So in this current moment of time, right, we just make do of whatever we can. So the market has been booming with a lot of activities in terms of like people putting up their listing on the market. At the same time, also there's a lot of people has been looking around. In fact, for the past 2-3 weekends, my schedule, especially during the Saturday and Sunday afternoon, that part, right, I have about 3 or 4 groups running. So no choice. I get people to help me run some of the groups to make sure that they go and see house and all that, right? There's some form of representation over there lah. We don't want to make them feel that we are less prioritizing them. So likewise, as much as possible, if let's say if you're watching, I know if some of the clients you do watch my video, right? So sorry, if let's say I'm not there physically with you, I really cannot split myself up into 3 and 4 John. I only got 1 John. So as much as possible, I want to be with you during your home selling or home buying process. But time is really very limited on my side, especially during the afternoon part. Morning, evening, maybe lesser already, I can run all the things. But afternoon part, everybody want to see during the afternoon. Everybody want to do house viewing and all that during the afternoon. So as much as possible, I truly want to make you feel, not say feel like, I truly want to assure you that your priority, your interest is not less priority than the others. As much as possible, I also want to find your dream home. As much as possible, I also want to select the right unit for you. So it's like this current situation, I believe a lot of active agent out there is facing the same issue as me. This really a period very overwhelmed, a lot of stuff. Uh, Yes, Jeremy. Yes, you are right. In short lah, you write all the things that I have been saying for the past 5 minutes. So in consideration of yeah, because we got to move forward, some people you still need to sell house because of some reasons. You still need to buy house for some reason. If let's say it's purely for investment, then you can wait. I understand, but sometimes it's life planning, life planning, like for your next house process or what, right? So take this opportunity to quickly do something about it. Of course, don't rush into decision. The last thing I want is for you to make a rash decision, meaning to say you sell below market price, or you buy above market price. This is something that I don't want people to go into lah. Of course, every decision make must be a calculated one. Every decision make must be sure that what you are going into, right, your interest is being protected. Don't because of this thing very rush, right, then go into a rash decision, right? So that's what I'm trying to share in short today. So today, right, I also want to do a quick sharing for the articles. Long time never share article already. Quick update about what's happening in the market. Okay, so this one is just a few days ago, 2nd July, yesterday HDB resale prices up 0.2% in quarter two amid COVID-19 outbreak. Flash estimate. Okay. Resale volume down drastically. Only 789 resale flats transacted. Meaning to say, right, lesser people exchange hands. A lot less HDB transacted during April and May. So if you are one of my VVIP customer, right, you will receive my daily, not say daily, like every few days WhatsApp list. So if you want this WhatsApp news update, right, just comment, then I will put you inside my broadcast list. I will send you these market updates. Okay, so if you're inside my WhatsApp list, you should receive this. Right. So what does this mean, right? It means that April and May, right, because of the COVID, resale definitely people want to see and feel, then they would want to make decision. So resale property, right, definitely the volume will drop. But the interesting thing is the resale price increase up 0.2%. Okay lah, it's still, I would say, stable lah. Is usually when we see such thing, when we see volume drop, right? The thing is that we scared that the price will also drop. But in this situation, right, the volume drop, yes, drastically, a lot. I think a lot of my fellow colleagues focusing on the resale HDB, they complaining, wow, because agents for us, we want transactions, but we don't care the price is high or low. We care lah, but transactions is the thing that fit the customer, fit the agent. Agent, we only get commission when there's a deal done. So some of my colleagues who are dealing with resale HDB, wow, they crying, not say crying lah. They saying that, wow, April and May really quite headache for them lah. Okay, so in this article they already see some of the owners they are helping this arrangement, right? They are not willing to sell their unit at highly discounted price and all these things. Okay, but then again, like I mentioned again and again, right, during my past videos, government, the HDB, government, they do not want people to speculate in terms of HDB market. They do not want, I repeat, HDB, right, government, they do not want people to speculate in HDB market. They cannot let the price run up too high up. At the same time, they cannot let the price drop too drastically. Why I say that is because we are facing two big groups of people. Number one, we have the retirees. Okay, number one, retirees. Imagine today you're retirees. Your HDB price suddenly dropped by half, right? You sure complain. Then because you feel that, hey, how come your assets are also called your money, right, cut into half, right? So this is number one, the big group, retiree will complain, right? But at the same time, right, there's another group going into the market one. It is the new formation of families, young couples or young families. Young couples or young families, right, they have choice. Okay, they either can wait for 3 years, they will go for the BTO. Those that can wait for 3 years, right, they go for BTO. But more often than not, right, a lot of couples, right, they meet together and all these things. Probably they are already in their late 20s because of our schooling system and all these things. People study until uni, degree, master, PhD, and all these things. Then finally, when they want to settle down, maybe they are in their late 20s or early 30s. Then you ask them to wait for another 3 years, right? Cannot wait, because their marriage cannot wait, so no choice, they have to go and buy resale HDB, right? So if let's say they go for resale HDB, right, likelihood is that they will want something new. If they want something new, then they got to pay a higher pricing. So that is the reason why newly MOP estates, right, usually will have a higher demand. And in terms of percentage, right, usually MOP flats, they will fetch a premium lah. Okay, that's what's happening in the HDB market. But then again, if let's say young couples, they can afford to wait the 3 years of construction time, they can purchase the house at a subsidized rate. But again, first thing first, they must be willing to wait. Second thing, they must also qualify, because some of the couples, right, their income combined are overshot, so no choice. They can only look at a resale HDB. And third, if let's say they are choosing highly competitive BTO area, right, then difficult for them also. If let's say they are choosing like outskirt area, places like Bukit Panjang, Woodland, Choa Chu Kang, Tampines, this kind of outskirt area, right, and then not so prime one, like not so prime in terms of like not near MRT lah, right? If let's say the plot, right, is also situated next to MRT, like Woodland, there's one upcoming one is next to MRT. That one high chance also a lot of people will fight for it. So if let's say today I go and try that one, the PTO, right, likelihood is that my chances may be very slim. Okay, so that's what's happening in terms of like the HDB resale market lah. April, May transaction dropped by a lot, but prices still hold stable. In fact, up by 0.2%. Okay, this is just a quick market news. Okay. Okay, then this one, private side, you can see there's really a dip happening already, right? The quarter two, right, you can see overall down 1.1%. Okay, private home prices slide. Okay, but we break it down, right? You can see that the landed property actually dropped 2.7%, right? Which is the highest in terms of comparing. Sometimes when we read newspaper and all these things, you must look at the final details. Don't just read the headline. Because if you just read the headline, right, you will form a very different set of opinion. Okay, over here in the newspaper article, it has really break down all residential property quarter two versus quarter one, the landed property dropped minus 2.7%. Okay, non-landed property, that is our condos and apartments. Non-landed property, core central region dropped 0.1%. Core central region, places like your Orchard lah, CBD lah, District 9, 10, 11. So I would say if you look at this chart alone, right, if you read more carefully into the details, actually quarter two itself, right, the core central region condo and apartment, right, is still holding stable because it's only dropped 0.1%. Then the next one is a rest of central region. Rest of central region places like your 10 to 15 minutes drive away from CBD lah. Your Toa Payoh, Boon Keng, Potong Pasir, Kallang, near town but not in town. That kind of places. Rest of central region. So the rest of central region, right, drop 1.9%. Okay, so this is if you are looking into the chart, right, you can see there's more details into it. And outside central region, which is more towards the mass market area, Tampines, Woodland, Jurong, outside central region, actually there's no change, zero. You can see there's over here zero. Okay, so what you can infer from this, right, the drop in terms of like CCR area, probably supported by the rich people, they have holding power. Okay, then not so much of in terms of the movement, in terms of the price. Same thing outside central region, usually mass market people buying for own stay one. So if let's say they are staying inside their house, if there's no urgency to sell, probably they would just hold on to it. Okay. Analysis talking again, analysis says that gentle decline. They use a very nice word. Gentle decline of 1.1% points to some resilience. Okay, during the 0809 crisis, right, I wasn't in the market yet, but during at the point of time, a lot of the seniors who've been through the market, right, says that during 0809 is a very different ball game, very speculative at the point of time. So at the point of time, the market actually dropped 20% on the average. But as of now, we are facing into this COVID situation coming now is how many months already? 5 months? 5 months already? Thereabout. Because if we calculate, no lah, third month, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, coming 4 months, 4 full months coming into the fifth month already. So again, people always say the stock market and the real estate market, there's a lack of 6 months or something. I don't know whether you all heard about this. So if let's say this situation is happening by probably the end of the year, we may be seeing more distressed sales happening and all these things. But in my opinion, maybe not that much, because on the market, I've been serving a lot of different sellers, condos and HDB at the same time as well. Today, if you ask the seller to drop price and sell, a lot of them still have a holding power. They will say, John, hey, I know there's a COVID situation going on, but I don't want to sell my house too cheap. I rather don't sell. Okay, a lot of them are telling me the same thing. I rather don't sell. I don't want to sell cheap. Since I have a renter, I still have a paying tenant. Why would I want to sell? It's not like I need the money urgently. Okay, so it's a very different kind of a situation altogether. So right now, in fact, let me see. I would say all my sellers that I'm currently selling their properties, they have no urgent need to drop their property price as of this moment. Okay, so some people, they may want to go for this thing like cheap deals and all these things. I would say that probably you may want to wait a little while more. So that's what's happening in the current market right now. Yeah, wait, I reply a quick message. Someone asked me. Okay, so that's why I want to keep you updated in terms of the news that's happening, that I want to share with you. What's happening in the market and all these things. In the long run, we always say in the long run, property itself is a good hedge. for your investment and all these things. Uh, you do not want to like so-called compare lah. So some people they are very good in paper assets like stocks, bonds, insurance, and unit trust, and all these things. So they will always ask me, hey, this money I put in stock market better what? No, but stock market can make more money. Okay, yes. If let's say you know what you are doing, then go ahead. Because end day, you cannot compare apple and pear lah. Different ball game altogether. Physical asset is illiquid. Illiquid meaning very hard to sell. You takes time to sell. It's not like stock market. You click one button, then sell already. Next day you get your money. No. This a property, you need some time to market, you need some time to transact. Typical sales process will take 3 months. So it's only about 3 months down the road, you get the cash or CPF out of your property. So it's illiquid, and physical assets itself, right, in terms of movement, as compared to stock market, is not as volatile. Okay, it's not like, wow, one day can drop 20%, next day can up 30%, that kind of thing. So property, I would say, is something that is a long-term basis. You will want to buy something early as possible, and then as much as possible hold on to it for long term. So people who buy big ticket items like property, right, always advise them lah. If let's say today you are doing either an upgrade or looking to buy a second property, right, always look at the future upside potential in the surrounding lah. Whether or not in the future there is also growth in the area, then you look at it that way to see that, if I want to enter this location early, you can get you get hold of the future transformation. So sometimes if I always joke, you go to an area already everything fully built up, then it's a bit difficult to experience that growth thing again. Like which location I can quote. Better don't say. If I say already, then not so nice. Some areas, it's like, wow, already fully developed, not so much of an improvement can be done already. Then you will think that, if I buy this property at this kind of pricing, right, will there be future transformation? Will there be future growth? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. If let's say the government is not pumping money in that vicinity, it is not improving, it's not investing more money into improvement that surrounding area, right? Then there's not much of a excitement. There's not much of a growth story that you can talk about. Then that's where that you may want to consider lah. Hey, Iris, cannot. Yeah, so I mean, just general. You can see for yourself on your area where you are staying, right? You read the newspaper, you read the URA, they never mention your area. That means no growth law. The government not looking into your area to pump money lah, right? So can tell one as compared to some places that is more exciting. Like we always share with people, we always share with people, either you go for new estate, like yes, correct, Iris, you are right, new estate. So new estate like Tengah, got growth story going to be the first no vehicle HDB estate, everything going to be underground, going to be the green estate, a lot of forests, a lot of greenery. So this kind of thing will get people excited. Or maybe you go into places that the government has zoned up for big planning. Punggol Digital District is one of them. Changi Aviation is one of them. Woodlands Regional Center, Jurong Innovation District, Jurong Gateway Business District, Greater Southern Waterfront, Marina New CBD, all these things all these things is if you key in URA, all this URA planning and all these things, everything is there already. You can go and read. If you don't like reading, I also don't like reading. Sometimes you go YouTube. YouTube is very fun also. YouTube, he can show you all the flyover, all these things. Go to YouTube, right? You don't know, like for example, where you stay, right? You just key in, for example, URA Geylang, something like that. Then you see the date of the video that they post. You type, you see whether is there any transformation ongoing, or you type URA Marina. Then you can see all the videos over there. If you don't like reading, then over there you can show you more things. Go and view the video from the official channel. I noticed some YouTube right now appearing some of those created by anyhow one, not the real source one. So you go and view the video right from the URA channel. There's URA got a YouTube channel, very interesting. Can go and see more things inside there. Then another way, of course, will be studying the website, the master plan. The master plan itself will have a lot of more details. Like there's actually a very interesting new area that the government is actually trying to improve, which is the Beauty World vicinity. Beauty World vicinity, Forex is opening up. after election. Okay, I know a lot of people, a lot of clients, if you're watching this, I know you're waiting for this for a long time already. One of the cheapest freehold near MRT. This land, right, this piece of land is bought by Qingjian quite some time ago, so they got a very good pricing for it. And after election, it's going to be launching soon already. A lot of excitement going on, a lot of people asking for this particular project already. So not to worry, I will keep you updated about this particular project. Pricing is very sweet. I think pricing is going to be very sweet, and as compared to the nearby project that is currently selling lah. So a lot of people has been waiting for this. Another one, same thing will be the Penrose. Penrose are happening at Aljunied MRT nearby, just beside Sim Urban Oasis. Till now, we do not have much information as compared to Foret. Penrose will be probably after Foret lah, because developer sometimes they also have an unspoken agreement. They don't want to launch together at the same time, then distract each other. I don't know lah. Sometimes if you notice, all the launch, they try to space out. All the developer try to space out their launch date, their preview date, and all these things lah. So typically, if you know lah, for a new project, they will have maybe about 2 weeks preview date. But now with the COVID situation ongoing, I think appointment, right, will be by appointment basis. So some property agents or some colleagues of mine, they already have been sharing that, wow, maybe I have to do virtual show flat tour first. You do the virtual show flat tour first. Do ready. If the client is interested to see the real one, then see the real one. Wow, then to me it feels like, wow, like a bit like doing double job. But I think one thing good is through Zoom is better lah. Like you invite everyone into your Zoom session, then you do one time the virtual show flat tour first. Then you do ready, right? The person still keen, then you go and see the actual one. I think that is the way that we are doing it lah. Yeah, correct. Iris, mature estate not necessary lah, not necessary lah. You still have to see nearby lah. Jurong also considered mature. You see Jurong where some of the places are some of the HDB also very old already. But with new things coming up, then you will spur some new excitement lah. Like Jurong got the Jurong regional line from Choa Chu Kang cut all the way down to Boon Lay that side, then also West Coast that side. Another way to see things that you may want to find out more growth, right? You always read what's what's available in the internet lah, but read it with a objective, with a critical mind lah. Read it with a critical mind lah. That means to say, don't just believe on one source. I think this one in secondary school they got teach you, right? They ask you to see different sources. If 3 or more sources say the same thing, then likely it's the same thing. But also have to see how credible the source is, right? Yeah. So these few days, I also try to do short video. Don't talk too much. Anything you all want to ask me about, just feel free to type inside the comment. And if you want to ask anything or comment anything, just feel free to type inside it. Then I will wait a while more. If let's say there's not much things that you guys will want to talk about, right? Nowadays, I try to cut short within 40 minutes. Settle already. Within 40 minutes, settle already. Don't want to talk for too long, right? Okay. Anything y'all want to ask me? Anything y'all want to talk about? I am more than happy to share my thoughts with you now. Then if not, I will wait a while. Maybe about 5. Not internet online timing 5 minutes is very long. 1 minute 1 minute. Not much things ready. Then I will say good night and bye bye already. Right? Okay. Tired, yeah. These few days really tired. Yeah. Okay. I think not much people asking things. I will probably just end today. End now. Yep. Feel free to check back all the past videos if you have spare time. Okay. All right. That's it. Good night, everybody. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye.